Hello everyone, my name is Kajal Rai and in this video I am going to explore the PubChem database. In this video we will going to discuss about that what is PubChem database, the data organization in PubChem database, what does PubChem database have, then we navigate the PubChem database and then programmatic access to PubChem database. So here we see a short introduction about PubChem database. PubChem is a public repository for information on chemical substances and their biological activities. Since launch in 2004 as a component of a molecular library roadmap initiatives of the US National Institute of Health, PubChem has rapidly grown to a key of chemical information resources that serve scientific communities in many areas such as chemical informations, biology, medicinal chemistry and drug discovery. PubChem consists one of the large corpus of publicly available chemical information. As of September 2015, it has more than 157 million depositors, provided chemical substances, description, 60 million unique chemical structure and 1 million of biological assay description. Then here we see that collections of the chemical information in PubChem database. So PubChem data provided by more than 350 contributors including university labs, government agencies, pharmaceutical companies, chemical vendors, publishers and a number of chemical biology resources. The data provided by these contributors are not just limited to small molecules but also include the siRNAs, miRNAs, carbohydrate, lipid, peptide, chemically modified macromolecule and many more. Although PubChem was initially conceived as a central repository for the NIH Molecular Library Program, that is MLP, it includes data contributed by numerous non-MLP organizations. For example, PubChem consists a substantial amount of literature derived bioactivity data of chemical substances. Then here we see the data organization in PubChem database. So PubChem organizes this vast amount of data into three interlinked databases, that is substance, compound and bioassay. The substance databases store depositor contributor information. Unique chemical structure are extracted from the substance databases and is stored in the compound database. The bioassay database stores description of biological assay on chemical substances. The primary identifiers for the substance, compound and bioassay databases are SID, that is substance ID, CID is compound ID and AID is your assay ID. Here we see that what does PubChem database have. So PubChem database contains the substance information, bioassay, bioactivities information, bioassay genes, proteins, pathways, taxonomy, pathway. Now we will see the homepage of the PubChem database. This is the homepage of PubChem database. You can easily access the homepage by using this URL, that is pubchem.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov. Now you can see that PubChem contains lot of the options by which you can know more about the PubChem database. If you want to know more about the PubChem database, you have to click on this about option. Here you can see that many options related to PubChem database which contain all the information related to database, which are like news, publications, citation guidelines, what is PubChem, which is store data organization, compound, substance. Then we have a summation, downloads, programmatic access, RDF file and all. Then some blog related, if you want to blog related to PubChem database, you can go to blog option, and if you are a person who wants to submit or contribute to database, so you can click on the submit option. A very simple interface you can find here. If you are a researcher who have to submit or contribute to PubChem or a society, then this is the best option for you. Here username and password is there, just like if you are using it first time, then you have to register yourself, just like you are making your account in Facebook and Gmail ID and all. Likewise, first time you have to register yourself, then you will get your username and password. With that user ID and password, you can log in here. Then they ask the information related to your data. You have to fill it out and then click on the submit. Then they will verify your data whether it is correct or not. After verification, they will make it available to your public. Now, this home page also provide you the capability to search for the compounds, summary substances, and by this record and patent views and many more. You can directly write the name of the compound in the search bar, or you can search by drawing the structure of the compound by using this draw structure option. Here you can draw the structure of the compound and click on the search for this structure. It will give all the information related to structure of the compound. Here I am taking the example of acetic acid. Acetic. You can see as I'm writing the acetic acid, some auto-complete suggestions are there, like compound, genes, taxonomy. They are the primarily help out for the biological activities. So I'm clicking on the first one, that is acetic acid. As we will click on it, we get the best match, which is in the top of the page, and all the other additional chemicals are listed below. We have got the information related to compounds, substances, genes, proteins, pathways, bioassay, literatures, and patent. So I'm clicking on the acetic acid. So this page contains all the data related to acetic acid. So at the right hand side, you can see that it contains the content of the page. In this content, you can see all the headings of this page, and under these all the headings, we also have their subheaders. Like in structure, we have 2D structure, 3D conformer, crystal structure. Then we have a chemical and physical properties. Under these, we have computed properties, experimental properties, and these experimental properties also have their subheaders like color, order, taste, and all. So first, at the top of the page, we can see that here is a summary of the whole page. So summary contains the PubChem ID of the acetic acid, that is 176. Then we have a structure that is 2D, 3D, and crystal structure. Then we have a chemical safety. Then we have a molecular formula. Then we have a synonyms. Then we have a molecular weight. Then we have a date of modification and creation. Then we have the structure. In the structure, you can find 2D structure, 3D conformer, and crystal structure. 2D structure is looking like this. You can also view it in full screen like this. And if you want to find a similar structure with acetic acid, then you have to click on this option, which is find similar structure. By clicking on it, you can see that how many structures are there which are showing the similarity to acetic acid. Then we have a 3D conformer. Here you have 3D structure of the acetic acid. You can also change the filter and view in different forms like stick, wireframe, space filling, ball and stick, and etc. And if you want to download the structure, you can easily click on the download option, and in which format you want to download the image, you can click on that, and your 3D conformer is download. Then we have a crystal structure. Then we have name and identifiers. Under name and identifiers, we have computer descriptors which contain IUPAC name, canonical smiles, molecular formula. Then we have other identifiers like CAS. Then we have a deprecated CAS, European Community Number, ICSC number, NSC number. Then if you want a particular information from this page, you can easily click on the content, and you can easily click on the topic for which you want to retrieve information. Suppose I'm looking for physical and chemical properties. Okay, so I'm simply click on that only, chemical and physical property. Then you will directly go that section of the page which contain the chemical and physical property. Like this is a computed property of the acetic acid. Here you can see the property name, property value, and their references. Then we have experimental properties, which contain physical descriptions. Then we have color and their form. Then we have odor, taste, boiling point, and etc. Now we looking for a toxicity. This page contains the information related to toxicity. This contains the toxicological information. Then if you want to see the literatures and patent of acetic acid, you can click on literature or patent option. Here you can find all the literatures related to PubChem. You can easily go through it. This is all about this page. You can easily retrieve the information for which purpose you want to. Now this PubChem page also contains the element page, or you can see element tool. So this page is full of periodic table, as you can see here. If you can click on any particular atom, you will get information related to this atom, like standard state, atomic mass, electronic configuration, oxidation state, electronegativity, atomic radius, ionizing energy, melting point, boiling point, density, and year discovered. Then this page also have a very simple game. By clicking on this game option, there is a 3 mode, which is easy, medium, and hard. By clicking on that, you can select the mode of the game. Here you have to choose that which of the element is under these are the number, and you can also download this in PDF form. Now we will see the programmatic access to PubChem database. PubChem provides several ways to programmatic access to its data, including Intran's utilities, Power User Gateway, PubSoap, PubRest, PubView, and PubChem RDF REST interface. Intran's utility provide a set of programs used to access to information contained in the Intran system. While suited for accessing text or numeric fielded data, they cannot deal with more complex type of data specific to PubChem, such as chemical structure and tabular bioactivity data. Power User Gateway provide access to PubChem services via a single common gateway interface called PubCGI. The CGI is the central gateway to several PubChem services. Instead of taking any uniform resource located argument, Pub exchange data through XML via Hypertext Transfer Protocol. PubSoap provide a web service access to PubChem data using the simple Object Access Protocol. It provide an easier programmatic access to much of the same functionality as Pub, but it break down operations into a simpler function as defined via the web, and uses SOAP formatted message envelope for information exchange. PubRest provide the representation state transfer style web service that supplies a specific bit of information on one or more PubChem record. PubRest is a simplified accesses root to PubChem without the overhead of XML or SOAP envelope data required with Pug and PugSOAP. PugRest also provide convenient access to information on PubChem records, not possible with the other Pug views. It is intended to handle short synchronous requests that is result in given in a single call that may last at most 30s. And the PugView provide the web service that with full report including third-party textual annotation for individual PubChem record. Its purpose is primary to drive the PubChem summary web pages but can also be used independently as a programmatic web service. PubChem RDF REST interface provide interface designed to access RDF encoded PubChem data. For getting more information, you can read the articles related to PubChem databases from PMC articles. That's all for this video. Thank you.